Actually, we was watching everybody else live.
Atlanta 7 years.
Oh, damn. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, people? It's your boy Cal Griffin. We back with another edition of Legends Talk, man. I know it's Sunday. I know it's Sunday night. You know what I'm saying? But we had to get this done, man. I'm here with the youngest veteran you know. You know what I'm saying? Ike, Boncho, Gary, man. You know what I'm saying? Very misunderstood brother, man. I've been on Team Visionary for a long time, man. Shout out to my boy Dave, Ching, Till. You know what I'm saying? The voice of Dykeman, and my guy Ike, man. They put it together back in the day, man. Well, I'm gonna let Ike get into it, but yeah, man. Special guest tonight, Ike Gary. Tap in, y'all. Tap in. Legends Talk. Yo,
What's good, my guy?
what's up, my boy? How you, man?
Hey, shit, I'm chilling Sunday.
Yo, I appreciate you, man. I know this is a last minute affair, but we putting it together, man. I appreciate you for taking the time.
Nah, yeah, definitely. I appreciate you having me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna come out here and try to make it like a negative bout. Nah, it's not that. It's nothing negative. I just want to a lot of people just be giving me these titles. Yo, you a GOAT, you a legend, you these things. But everything that I did wasn't for that. Like if I ever wanted to be those statuses, I still haven't done anything in my own personal life for me to legitimately say like, all right, bet I'm a legend or I'm a GOAT or I'm one of these things. But now when I'm starting to see like certain things in the game, people ask me for my opinion. I thought like me being removed was what everybody wanted. But then when I'm starting to see certain families, certain people affected, and now I'm looking at the game, I had certain questions too as a fan. You know what I mean? I had questions as a fan. It was people
Right.
didn't like the opinion. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to clear
Yo,
the
Ike,
air about that.
my fault for cutting you off, man. We gonna tap into a lot of things tonight, man. We're gonna talk about, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about the beginning. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of
Yeah.
where, you know what I'm saying, where it started for you, man, with this game, man, basketball. Like, you know what I'm
I mean,
saying? A lot of people don't.
it started playing the game. You know what I mean? Like obviously it started playing the game. I wanted to be a basketball player when I was a kid. Um, I could see it on my basketball career about, I went to LaSalle, had a career there, got into trouble in school, got kicked out, went to Eagle, built a different culture over there in Eagle around '08. I went to Eagle, graduated in '09, second graduating class. And the culture that I built there, but in '08, I stopped playing basketball. I was about 16 years old. My man Neef died in front of me. My brother, that was my brother. So, I mean, like it was just tough right there. Like when he passed away, I really felt like guidance was missing for me. You know what I mean? So it was just more so like my older brother gone. Nobody killed him. He died playing ball. It was a health thing. So it kind of scared me to work out. Then one of my close friends too, he was a good friend of mine too from High Bridge. My man Pop, ball player. He went to Kennedy and shit. Real good ball player, athlete. He passed away as well. The same type of situation. I don't know what Pop exact shit was. And, I don't want to talk about anything and rub nobody wrong. But I think it was cardiac as well. My pops passed away with cardiac arrest. So it's like at some point in life, you start thinking about life more so than what you want to do. And like I just went to school. I went to college. I was traumatized. And I mean, I seen a lot of negative activities going on. Whether I was a part of them shits or not, it was just a lot of shit going on in life. We were just like, all right, but I gotta do something different. I'm 17. So I went to college. I ain't gonna talk about me playing ball, people who personally know me talk about that when they see me and talk about, yo, I don't live off that because it don't mean anything to me. It's just something that, like, it's just a conversation.
Right.
But the desire for this basketball stuff was more so like I felt let down as a player. I know so many people, and I felt let down as a player. At 17 years old, I'm on my way to college. When I kind of got like removed out of the cell, a lot of people that was in my corner just kind of wasn't there no more. Oh, he don't listen. He ain't this. Like, anything negative you could possibly think of just wound up just coming out of nowhere. So I'm like, damn, son. I'm like 17, 16, 17 years old. So when I see things like that, I use that as the motivation for why I'm doing something. So what happened to me? What didn't I like happen to me? So I wanted to make sure whatever I did, I didn't want to do that to people. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first agenda. So when I first came in the game, it was no older. I mean, it was only older guys. I'm 18, 19 years old, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is when bingo, raw, everything ran through street ball, tiny. No disrespect to nobody. I'm not saying nobody names and like who's a star, who a legend. Nah. When I came in the game, I came in by accident. That's a fact. I came in by accident. My man Herc, he was playing for Dream Nation. He coached now, my man Herc, Joshua. I just pulled up to their crib one time because Jason, my guy, and he was like, yo, they having problems with their coach. You should go out there. You should go out there. You should go out there. I'm like, man, I ain't fuck with that shit. Yo, bro, just rock with ball, do something. But at this time, I did need something to kind of like get me into something positive in life. So I was just rocking with it for a little bit, pause. Just seeing how this shit work out. And I liked it. It was cool. I'm like, all right, coaching is cool, but you fucking like, what's the purpose? Like, what would separate me at this point right now? So I had a different philosophy where it was like, I had a little somewhat, people might say influence or name and, in the streets or something like that. Not on some whatever shit, but just that I could go certain places and speak to certain people that certain people can't speak to and get certain things done.
Right.
So I took kids from every neighborhood that didn't like it. Well, they peoples didn't like each other or whatever it may be, but y'all all play ball. So I take that hit and take y'all on the road. So that was my whole thing. It was like, all right, I could be the one to show that all the negative that they have about me and my friends, I'm gonna show some positive shit. We didn't have no name. It was no visionaries, no cha-ching. It was nothing. I was just coaching. You can ask my man
What
Shane
year?
Jordan.
What year was this?
2010.
So in 2000, so around that time, right? Like, what actually like inspired you though, like to start the whole Vsonary brand, and how does it align with your mission?
It wasn't inspired yet. That's what I'm saying. Visionary wasn't even inspired yet in 2010. I was just probably the visionary. To be honest with you, it was no team. It was no cha-ching. I think we did it a year after, like 2011, 2012. It was that wasn't the mindset. I just wanted to figure out what I wanted to do in life. I didn't want to just chill in the hood no more. I didn't want to just keep getting in problems. I didn't want to keep getting to the same. I was trying to do something where my moms could be happy for me or something. I'm my only son. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about 2010. I'm 18, 19 years old. You get what I'm saying? So that's the time. Oh, you're not gonna pay bills. You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna just be sitting in my house thinking you're gonna eat, sleep, shit. Those conversations. I don't want to hear that shit right now. But I guess it was my calling. So this the funny shit though. I'm dumb hype. We in Times Square. Me, her, my mom's, myself, my sister, my pops. We sitting down eating. I think Sizzler at the time when they had the salad bar and all that shit. We had Sizzler, so I guess they had this dinner just to bother me about what the fuck I'm gonna do in life, right? My sister growing up, whatever. I just said fuck school, dropped out. My pops just passed away. I ain't give a fuck no more. I like fuck. I use anything for excuse. I'm like, Ma, I could coach. I'm gonna do this basketball shit. This. She like, so what the fuck that's gonna lead you to? Like, she didn't understand what I meant. Like, I'm a coach. This is a kid who always wanted to play ball, wanted to do this, wanted to do that. What you mean you're just gonna coach? I'm like, I don't know. I know something good gonna come out of this shit. Like, because there's nothing else that I do right now that's another person from like, middle age up would say, yo, this young gentleman, they won't call me that at that time. I didn't feel like that. You understand? So I'm like, this will change my whole image. That's what I thought. The image that I had on myself in my neighborhood, I didn't want that one anymore. I wanted the image that I felt like I could create for myself. So that's where it started. That was the initial push. Getting into this to change my image in the neighborhoods. I didn't know AAU. I didn't know ranking system. That's what I'm trying to say. I was a young buck coming into the game just because it was something I wanted to do to make my moms or my aunts or whoever in my family say, all right, you doing something positive again. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all should hear the shit they felt about me at that time. Like, there's nothing. They believed in me and they thought like I was giving up on myself. So that's what inspired that.
Right.
The next year, I think Chicken passed away or something around that time. And it hurt everybody, right? Nobody even knew who through her, anything. Long story short, we had future talent. That was Shane Dribbling Machine team. That's where I first ever like was able to get a big break. He thought I was one of the players. I was so young. Yeah. Me and Cha-Ching ran into each other. We've been knowing each other, but we ran into each other uptown in the gym. His son had a game. It was raining. His son had a game, whatever. He said, yo, I see y'all over there. Like, he was showing love. Like, he was coming out showing my team love. Like, I see what you're doing, though. But he knew a little bit deeper about my team. I had kids from every neighborhood that wasn't supposed to be around each other, quote unquote. I was taking that hit, taking us to tournaments and shit, showing them like, yo, look, fuck all that. We could fix this. That was my agenda, right? So when we started Cha-Ching, that's when shit starts, bro.
You remember your first time on that sideline in a coaching capacity?
Like in one of the Cha-Ching atmospheres, like when we was just like in those atmospheres.
Well, like when you first started, you know what I'm saying, put it
Oh
together,
yeah,
like that gave you the confidence to say, yo, I could do this.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, bro. I could do anything I want to do, and it's not even like my name is Ike, IKE. I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do anything that I want to do. Like my mom's had one son, bro. Look, I went Ike Gary here because I wanted to go original. People were calling me Boncho. Nobody in the world got that name. You feel what I'm saying? I told y'all this is my name, and that's what people say. Yo, fuck it, bro. So that says what I've done for myself for people to say, I'm gonna call him that because that's what he want. Y'all respect me for how I'm presenting myself. So that's what I'm trying to insinuate. I could do anything that I want to do in this world. But at that time, I just wanted to do that because my hood, nobody plays basketball. Just maybe Ray Ray. I am Ray Ray. You feel me? That's my brother too. I ain't gonna say little brother, you're grown man now. Younger brother, I'll say. You know what I'm saying? We both grown men. Ray Ray. My man Eddie who sells sneakers and all that. That nigga's a baseball player. My block, the people know. You know what I'm saying? I'm my brothers.
It's the Bronx,
I'm
right?
the
It's
ball
the
player.
Bronx. You originally from the Bronx?
Yeah, always from the Bronx.
What
You know what
part?
I'm saying?
Like,
Morris,
you know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
even from the Bronx. I'm just from Morris Ave. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm just from Morris Ave. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different culture over there because I was a part of it from young. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people changed the way their families were based off my success over there. Me going to school, getting honor rolls. You know, me bringing different things. Not saying I did everything in my neighborhood. People did everything, but we all brought something to it. But I always had this side where it was like, if people go this way and people go that way, I could bring everything together in my neighborhood. I got tired of fighting that shit at one point. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, fuck it. That's what inspired this basketball shit. Because it's like now if I got kids from different hoods and we going other places competing, now me and Cha-Ching, Debo, Vic and Elpac, this is who I was rocking with at the time, Jaden. At this time, I was still a player too. Don't get it twisted. I was still playing in some shit, but I started falling in love with coaching more because when I'm running up and down the court, I'm playing with niggas who's stupid. But the players is retaining the information when I'm talking to them. So I'm like, either this is a respect thing or this is just worth the investment. I ain't got to sweat. I could chill. You know what I mean? I come to the game laid back, but I'm teaching information. Now let me speed up a little bit because the Cha-Ching shit is where like things got real. This is where everything started. Yeah. We started Books and Ball. It was already an event going on before me. Cha-Ching and I, you know, we come together. They call me like, yo, we want you a part of this. I'm like, yo, what y'all want me to do? So I go out there for one of them. They tell me the coach out there doing this thing. So I'm like, I bet. I guess y'all trying to market me or something. So I'm paying attention. Like, all right, I guess it's a part of the game. I guess it means something, you know. So I'm appreciative at the time. Then
Right.
after a while, I got relationships over the years. Now they say it's for SAT prep. Books and Ball was for SAT prep, so meaning that kids will get free SAT prep services, and the MVPs should definitely get it, right? So this is where the dilemma first ever started in my life, bro. Seriously. Guys won MVPs. Y'all,
As far as basketball is concerned.
basketball is concerned.
Right.
Basketball. Now I've been through drama, man. That it ain't the same. You know what I mean? So, but I'm talking about the basketball drama. This is the part when I just realized, damn, son, this shit is crazy. We had kids coming from out of town. They wanted me to be a part of putting the rosters together. So every time a kid wasn't on the roster, the guy who runs the event, they'll say, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with that. But it's their event. So, you know, now everybody's seeing who's promoting it, me and Cha-Ching. Cha-Ching is the announcer. Everybody cool with him. They rock with his talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who is me? The decoy guy. Y'all tell me to go get 12 guys. I go get those 12 guys. Y'all ain't tell me to go get these guys. So now they're starting to switch, spin everything on me. You understand? So the longest thing about it, like some guys who won MVP never got SAT prep. So now I'm like, I got a relationship with families, and they see that we lying about our promotion. That has something to do with me. I ain't about to be indicted with y'all bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, we're gonna fix this shit up. And when I started seeing things like that, then everybody's making money at these events. So I thought it was for raise money for free SAT prep, but everyone's making money. But I'm bringing the staff. I know business well. It don't matter how soon I come into the game or how late. If y'all doing it for money, then y'all doing this business wrong because y'all using me. At least give me my bread, and I can give my shit to my young dudes for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? I know business. Right. Once I started to catch on to that, I started getting other older people saying, yo, you be wilding. Now I'm people, nephews, I never even knew you. Yo, bro, this how I go in the game. Some fake ass, you know what I'm saying? So
Ching used to call me like, my fault for cutting you off. Do you think that was just because of your age? You being a young coach, or you know what I'm saying, a young person coming into this world where, you know, there's much older people at the kind of like the gatekeepers of this thing?
Absolutely. You said it for me. So now that's exactly what I felt it was. I'm 19 years old. I felt like that. I'm 19 years old. I felt like that. Right. So I didn't know where to go. I was at LPAC, me, Debo, Jaden, Vic, you know, I was with Vic and them. And that's when Ricky Hicks and Big Z got rest in peace and all of them. That's when they was over the whole OSL team, the first OSL team before Pete and them got there with Adam and all those guys. So I had Tay-Rock, Logi, all these guys. So when we was doing this, it was no agenda. It was no mindset. Like nobody knew what we was going to do, how we was going to go about this shit. Not. We just started taking over the city, winning every fucking thing. I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought about we having fun. I got into an incident. Referee threatened me by Harlem East River with Harlem by my pardon me if I don't remember y'all tournaments, bro. But the Harlem by the river joint, right? We was always in that shit. Ref violated me, threatened me, say he was gonna do all type of shit to me. Pause. Nobody said nothing. Then I show who I really was. So from that day on, it was just more so like, you go get whoever you got to get. You know, when I press buttons, it's a little different. That right there is circulated to, oh, he's this, he's that. So from that day on, like I seen every game I'm at, refs is coming at me. People saying, yo, your man is wild. People just threatening me, looking at me, like it's just trying me. But it's like, yo, bro, y'all don't understand the shit that y'all attempting. I like to get into that action. I'm trying to leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I love that shit, bro. Like, I'm being honest. That's what I said. I Gary loved that shit. Boncho, he don't be on that shit. Gary loved that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that was the time. Referees swinging on me at games and shit. They don't talk about that. I got popped on by a ref. Yeah, it's nothing for me to lie about because once I swing back, they pull out a badge and say I'm a cop. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's shit crazy. Like that was going on. It was places where I was going and they like, yo, Cha-Ching, you straight, man.
You think it
You
was
know,
my
so
fault for cutting you off? Like, what do you think it was more so like a from that moment on? Do you think it was a kind of a attempted blackball type of situation,
at
or
that
like,
at that
yeah,
time, I felt like it was. Now that we speaking, but at that time, I wasn't thinking like that. I was just more so like, yo, Cha-Ching, who's these people? What they saying? He knew where I was gonna go with it, but he didn't want me to do that shit. So I just focused on what he said. So this is where things turns again. I started to figure out, all right, this is Cha-Ching. Let me go reinvent who I'm trying to be. We went, I wound up going, my man, shout out to James Barrett, my man Goo. Him, Jay David held it down too. They brought me to my first hoop group camp. So I went to hoop group camp. We out there, Taliban, everybody, like I could name mad names. Because everybody that went out there with us is either all-star, MVP, or took home an award. We ran the whole camp, swear to God. I had 40 Cha-Ching shirts on me out there. Everybody you could think of had a Cha-Ching shirt on. If you're gonna hang out with me, you're gonna wear a Cha-Ching shirt. So that was my whole shit. Dave not going, he don't know how I'm, so I'm out there, you know what I'm saying? Everybody wearing this shit. Mo Bamba, Nazi, Aaron Carr, Hamadou Diallo, Quadi Green, Tremont Walls, anybody, I don't give a fuck. You got one in this. So now people are mad. I'm winning my games in the young division, and my older niggas killing, and everybody is Cha-Ching in this motherfucker. So we got more influence than fucking hoop group. That bothered Chad. So we in the meetings, I'm telling them, I'm gonna win this shit. It don't matter what y'all do, I will never lose. I didn't lose. So they started bringing me in just to bring kids in because they seen how I could control the camp. I don't know none of this shit. I'm learning in the game. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm, yo, Cha-Ching, they calling me back for this. Nigga, I was getting a little 350, 450, go back, roll dice, turn it to a band. Yo, bro, flip this for me. That was my life in the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing. I was out there with no sheets. I was sleeping on shirts and shit like that. I didn't know. I thought coaches, nigga, I'm a coach. Take care of me. I didn't know I had to buy the sheets. Now, you know, second, third camp, I got all of that. By fourth camp, I'm the reason why kids is going to camp. Coaches could get people in camp because I got my own relationships now. So when I started to see that people in the city are teaming up to go get impressed by these people, but I see these people here and I know what they say to me in my face. Oh, there's nothing y'all can tell me no more. It ain't no rules in this shit. So I started building shit. So I knew I had to get AAU. I said, yo, I'm Gauchos. I was the only person in camp representing Gauchos. Nobody in Gauchos was showing me love. Ed, Cliff, all these people. Oh, fuck that young nigga. Fuck him. Fuck Gauchos. I live right up the block, brother. My family from here. They was shitting on me. Cash held me down. Bingo told me, yo, bro, you ain't got to go through all this shit. You don't deserve too much of this shit. If you find something better, whatever, if you want to stay, it's cool. But you already know it's family for life. He stood by those words to this day. You understand what I'm saying? Bingo told me to leave because he felt like my passion was being wasted. I stood in that gym 17 hours a day. You feel what I'm saying? I was sitting there doing everything they needed me to do for a little $300 check a month.
Right.
Facts.
I think that's where you kind of develop the passion. You know what I'm saying, doing it for scraps pretty much. But at
Nothing.
the same time, you kind of building that that rough exterior, you know what I'm saying, because you feel like you're getting taken advantage of at the time. But like did that kind of spur on the whole movement in terms of like the visionary, you know what I'm saying?
Still
Because I
didn't get there
remember,
yet. This how real it
oh
is.
yeah,
It still
yeah,
didn't get there yet. And that's what I'm saying. So now, rest in peace, my man Maine Brown. He was recruiting, like me and Cha-Ching used to go to Fun Sport down in Jeff. Fun Sport when they had their little middle school games. So now this is where things start. Maine was like kind of like showing me and Cha-Ching love because at that time, Uptown wasn't getting too much love coming to Brooklyn. So Maine stamping it, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of dope. So Maine started building a bridge where it's like we could use some of their kids, and you know, we can. That's when we played against Cash and the team Cha-Ching, and you ain't never seen it again. Since me and Cha-Ching, I had Cha-Ching out there coaching on 4th, 5th. When we was out there beating all them All-Americans, we had Briscoe out there, you know, coaching, trying to coach play, whatever, when he was in crutches and shit. We had superstars that they call superstars coming to hang out with us in the park every day on the regular because they felt like kids, bro. They felt like, yo, I could go over there. Yo, we out the 4th, 5th just to hang out. You know what I'm saying? Just to chill. You understand? Like, We had Briscoe and them chilling in the parks. You can't get the top 97 kid to come hang out and do shit like that. We was doing the kids they looked up to. We had them in there. Think about this. The game Briscoe had the crazy number against. It was him versus Marquise Noel. That game was at 5:00 p.m., bro. 4:30, 5 o'clock. This is the guy, right? Look at our guys. So I started to see those things. That's where the controversy started. I don't see the same shit Cha-Ching see, but that's coming from other people, but they don't know what both of us see. My brother do what he do. I do what I do. So I said, fuck it. I wound up going to Jersey. Now I'm at Sports U.
How'd you make that connection out there to Sports U?
They recruited me.
That's a whole nother world out there.
Yo, they recruited me. This is exactly what Tiba said. Big Tiba said to me. He said, yo, fuck it. Fuck all that shit. The most hated team, most hated person. We put this shit together. What we got? I said, we ain't got nothing to say. As long as y'all know I'm most hated. But he was telling me things that I didn't know that was going on in New York. Big Tiba played for Paul Suber. Paul Suber's everybody's GOAT or giant, whatever. So Paul Suber and I had issues at one point. You know what I'm saying? Over players. He tried to take players from me, do all this other stuff. They talking about me. We in gauchos. Nigga thought he was gonna fight me. Nigga, nobody's scared of you. You know what I'm saying? But that shit ain't about nothing. I'm just telling y'all the truth because I'm not none of these people peer. And I seen all these people in person, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit's Hollywood to me. So that's why I'm saying I'm telling y'all the truth. It was like nobody is on that time. It's just the internet and they friends when they home and they exaggerate whatever a post is. So like I had dilemma. Why am I beefing with so many people coming into the game? Because the kids rock with me. These are all old guys, bro. And these guys are still doing the same exact thing right now as we speak, in the same exact position right now as we speak.
You mentioned a lot of at that time these kids were at the very elite level. You know what I'm saying? In terms of playing ball, like you said, the Mo Bambas and you mentioned Mo Bamba, Quaddy Green. A bunch of other guys.
Kings, all these guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had everybody rocking Cha-Ching. So when I went to Sports U, first of all, nobody could beat us in the world. So we were just the best team everywhere. And that started things. You know, we had Nike under shambles. So this is where things started to get a little personal. You know, it was this organization that reached out to me through a college friend. They wear that circle on their head, right? And my man was like, yo, I think you dope for sports. They starting this little app. This app is about all sports. Something I don't know what it is, but I think when you sit down and talk to them, y'all can figure some shit out. So I go down there the first time, holla at Zach, Larry in there. We speaking. They finding out things about me. So they're like, yo, who you think you get this app? So I text everybody I knew in the city. Yo, download this app, download this app, download this app. At the time, the app was for soccer, lacrosse, badminton, baseball, basketball, track, anything, any athlete, any type of athlete that do anything grassrooted was for anyone to be recruited.
Right.
Now that app is only basketball. But mind you, I was the guy to come in for the basketball thing. So when I came in Trenton, then they had got people like Kim, you got Jaden, Khalik, Rudy King, just everybody was just overtime everywhere. Everybody was signing deals, these 250, fake little thousands. It wasn't getting no money. It was only covering certain shit. And everybody was out there on their phones like this at games. I never wanted to do that. I wasn't doing it for 250. I think I'm worth more than that. Look at overtime now. And I was the first person in New York City they had that conversation with. Ask Zach. And everybody who's been around overtime know that. So when I'm telling people things, I just start watching. You know, I'll never come at Jaden because I told my brother to keep doing his thing. But just look at how everyone still, you see a certain team got a team name overtime in their shit now. You see certain coaches over there in that shit now. You see, so it's like Ike was bugging when he was saying shit, but when they seen an opportunity for them to jump in, it's dope. So stop saying you my friend and you my friend. You understand what I'm saying? Like everybody's my friend, they my mans, and then they go lift weights and they talk like, yo, man, stop it, bro. We all coach basketball, and I see y'all on the road. And when we see those white guys that run everything, that give y'all only 30 to 50,000 to run your whole program, y'all don't have anything to say. So it's like, you know what I mean? So that's what I started to notice. I started to notice things like that. So when I went to Sports U, I started to say things about Nike's overrated. So everybody came at me, Nike, oh, you bugging, you bugging. Mind you, these are not coaches. These are not people that do anything with basketball. These are not people who have more Nike sneakers than me. You understand what I'm saying? These are not people. It's just people just want to say anything about me because I had this group called Talk Your Ish, and everybody wanted to be involved with it. All adults, from Ty Grant, he could tell you my guy was in there. Heck, Kenneth Gooch Robinson, who's a PSA lifer out of nowhere. This is crazy. All these guys as PSA lifers now came to me. They didn't even know Munch. They didn't know him. They wanted to meet him. They only knew the bigger guy, Pauls, that was walking around, Mooch, right? Everybody knew Mooch because Mooch was coming to games. They did anything to meet Munch. Now they lifers. Y'all told me that y'all wanted to be the young guys, me, Gooch, Joe Brown, Glasses. Yo, we could be the guys that bring the Bronx back because how Brooklyn do this. The moment they met Terrence, now they lifers. The mafia. And these are the same individuals who told me negative shit about the guy. So that's what I be wanting to talk about. This is why the game of basketball in New York messed up.
My fault, man. Tell me about, like, I guess, like, starting up your Visionary. Like, when did you like get serious about starting your brand up? And tell me a little bit about what the mission of your brand Visionary is.
Yo, Visionary started by accident. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We was just sitting down. It wasn't even with none of the people that's visionary right now, besides one person. We was just sitting down. This is why I'm telling y'all what I'm telling y'all. It was me, Terry Larrier, and Ivan Jackson, right? Everybody knows anywhere Terry was at in New York City, he only went somewhere with either Chris, Ike, or Desi, things like that, right? Who Terry played for basketball for? Kyle? He was a PSA Cardinal. You understand? Terry got himself into some real off the court issues that could have really put him in some danger. I'm the phone call. You understand? They use me for shit like that, though, bro. But when I say what I gotta say, everybody fell back. But who told those guys to stop dealing with me? Terrence Munch Williams. And Terry and his cousin Ivan tried to go behind my back to copyright Visionary. So that's what this is all about, to be honest with you. I'm in the game helping everybody, telling people this is how it's go. They're going to tell me this is what we doing. So now y'all going to go rock with Munch. But when Terry was over there with Kevin Ollie and all that shit happened, when Terry pulled his ACL and all that shit, Munch was doing faggot shit and he was stealing money from Terry and y'all telling me all of that. Now all of a sudden when y'all mad at Ike over this, now everybody against me now and they the mafia. So that's how the Visionary thing started with me, Terry, and Ivan Jackson. And Eddie.
So what was the mission behind starting the Visionary movement, and exactly, like, what was it? Was it more like a lifestyle brand?
Absolutely.
Was it a merch brand? Like, what was your objective?
No, it was never merch. It was always a lifestyle, right? It was more so about, all right, it takes a village. And how do we build an ecosystem of people where we can navigate different routes and ventures for different people as it's going. So, all right, if you play ball, you go to school. Like we had people got grad majors, doctors, lawyers, those things. I wanted to build where it's like every athlete can see what it is on the outside. You might not know what 9 to 5 is, but I want you to learn to appreciate 9 to 5, so you can understand the little things that it take in life to add to your athletic ability and competitive nature, to understand that you're never competing against the actual person competing against you. You're competing with yourself to hit every milestone. Because there was some of us that seen it that way. That was what Visionary was about. Kind of like not a religion or none of that shit, not no cult shit or nothing. It was just more like a co-ed frat, whatever you want to call it, like a family, because I didn't really have a family big like that growing up. I just had my friends and shit, couple blood. So it's just like more so having a family that could build and build each other. Whereas like it ain't really. I'm just talking. Everybody else is kings in their own world. We don't compete with each other. It's like, all right, if I'm gonna compete with you, I want to compete on learning things that makes you great. That's what Visionary is really about. What make you great? All right, teach me how I could be great in this and what I do, and Basically that. I felt like it was less mentoring going on. They called me a mentor. I never wanted to be a role model in my life. Get the fuck out of here. That's too much pressure. You understand what I'm saying?
A
But
lot
when I
of pressure.
became something like that and I had to watch certain things about myself, I had to recruit people that I could look up to. Because I can't, there's no way that y'all telling me to be a leader or something that I'm just doing off of just waking up saying, I'm gonna try this today. And then like 10 kids want to follow me. So that's what made me have to change certain. Oh shit, I gotta watch this. I gotta watch that. So I never really got a chance to even hit the blueprint, the whole mission statement. The whole mission statement is really what's been happening. Kids is going to school for free. Kids is going to school getting honors. Kids is going to school and graduating. Kids is going to school, graduating, and having a great life for them and their families, and they stay out the way. They're not chasing clout. They're not trying to be in everybody's loop. I seen that happening with basketball players. That's what visionary whole shit was. I seen kids get chewed up fast, pause, because they lit right now. So everybody builds this trajectory of this is what this kid gonna be because we all could talk about him right now today. But if you ask them about those kids in my time that they gave the name to, oh, you doing that shit again. No, I'm telling y'all the truth. People fought me because I made a statement about, I think Markelle Fultz is better than Shamari Pons. Oh, you a D-rider, you pussy, you lame, you this and that. If we talk about today, was I right or wrong?
Gotta keep it funky, man. Like,
Was I right or wrong? I told Cole Anthony one time, I was telling people, Cole got to get his jump shot right, this, that, right, this and that. They call me a hater. Cole was out here shooting, working out before a Laker game in my building and say, bro, you was right when you told me that. But look what the world be worried about. And we're not even celebrities or whatever y'all be calling these people. It's just like, damn, because it's the accessibility that they want. You know what I'm saying? So I started to get smarter. I went back to AAU.
And what was your first stint in at the AAU level?
Real AAU. I'm gonna be honest with you. Sports U shit changed my life. That shit's a different world. Like the shit that we do, like the way we operate, the way we recruit, the way we develop. Middle school was very important with us over there. So we really developed talent, retaining information, those things. New York City programs, not all of them, but majority of them weren't invested into them. Some programs were, but the ones that were invested into them, they just couldn't get over that hump over what we was doing because we could recruit and we developing. Not saying they can't, but if we Under Armour at the time, no shots to New Heights, right? And New Heights is Under Armour. We Sports U, y'all New Heights, because we have Nazi in them, that still get us kids. Then we developing. Not saying they not developing because they did a hell of a. You see their resume over the same stretch, but they didn't have the same popularity pinch on the recruitment, so they had to be in the field more. So this is where things get crazy. Sports U don't get in the field. I'm in the field. So
Right.
that's how it started because it's like, we see him everywhere. I had a work ethic, Kyle. That's all it was. I was passionate about everything. So if we want these kids to be passionate, you have to be passionate about what the fuck the blueprint is. We all got to go hard. Everybody got to play their role, no ego. We were just locked in our own world. So that's what started a lot of shit. And that's when the whole remake of Visionary started because I had to rebuild the brand based off of like what I felt Visionary needed to be. So it's basically built off of my 7th grade team, the kids in Eagle, the kids who first started out when I first started this basketball shit, all the kids when everybody blackballed me, they stood by me, all the older guys who supported me, some of the older guys who didn't know me, who came back, did their research and joined because that's what Visionary is. We just trying to build. We're not trying to go just get everybody. And I think that's what people's problem is. Why I think called me to be visionary. For what? I call everybody. It was just somebody we had in the group. And he in circles dissing us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we just don't, we that's what it is. We stand on certain shit, bro. And because we started getting to this basketball charades, we start forgetting what everybody stand for as a person. I always hear people say, like a man, like this. Why are we bringing street terminology into basketball terminology, even when we upset? So I don't know how to really play some of these people because one minute you street gangster, but you talking to somebody who will take it there, but I'm bugging. But instead of saying I'm bugging and handling it, you pick up the phone and call officers and say, blackball this guy.
Hey man,
You know what I'm saying?
that's the way, people do that in music. People do that in entertainment.
But, but
Just
who's the people
I
doing
don't
it?
get what.
Who's the people doing it? It's elites doing it to people, right? Gatekeepers. But these people are doing this to me when I know that your salary is $80,000, the most. So what are you really gaining out of this? To feel good about yourself? I'm younger than these guys.
A lot of it, man, be power. People be trying to throw around how much power they have, even if they're not getting paid money. If you
Power.
have power,
That's the chill
sometimes
freaking guy.
but you mentioned a lot of cats, man. You mentioned Nas Reed. You
Yeah,
mentioned
shout out to
who
him.
are some of the you mentioned Isaiah Briscoe. Who
Shout
were
out to
some of the
Boncho.
other notable players that you
I could
was
go
around?
crazy. You know what I'm saying? Jacquay James. You could never forget Jacquay James, bro. If it wasn't for Ja, bro.
Ja. Shout
Yo,
out to
real talk. I'm gonna
Ja.
tell y'all something, real shit. Y'all talk about Boncho. Y'all could talk about Ching. Y'all could talk about Spicy, now Slime, right? John and Twin deserve a lot more respect in New York City than anybody. Like, that's why I don't care about that GOAT shit and that legendary shit, because we all played the part in another nigga being nice at what they had to do. If Cha-Ching was the announcer, yo, Ike, Twin calling me, yo, Ike, yo, we gonna have to da. So we all worked together. So it wasn't about like, that's why somebody be like, yo, Ike, you the best coach. Twin nice too. Like, I never competed against my guys, and that's corny to me. Like, that's why a lot of people thought like I was scared or whatever because I didn't want to go at certain people. It was like, nah, because I see where it goes, bro. It becomes too personal when it don't need to be personal, bro. So, like Twin, if Ja was into the game and he didn't want to play ball with her, y'all talking to me, man. Whatever I know, he know. You know what I'm saying? So like he know a lot of this shit because, man, whoever y'all think is somebody, when it come down to it, that's the somebody. He just don't care about all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Ja, man, like, you know what I'm saying? John Twin. I give John Twin a lot of this shit, bro. Like, Bingo, Cash. Like, these are the guys that like I give the early start. Visionary, nobody get no credit. It's all me. Seriously. Because I said it was gonna be this way and I built it the way it is. And when people bash it, I deal with that. When people come in, I deal with that. I deal with everything hands on. So visionary, I wouldn't say I'm autocratic though with it, but the ideas and the makeups and putting people in certain positions because I see they're gonna excel for them. You can ask anybody off air. I won't say no names when it comes to that because they know I don't do it for that. But if you ask them off air, they'll know. Like, this is just me regular. They'll call me, yo, Ike, what's good? Yo, bro, I got this idea for you. I think you should da. Hold on, I'm gonna call my manager real quick. Da. It's because once you get to a stage where you can see yourself elevate and you love people, why do you don't see them elevating? Why you gotta get to the top of the elevate on the floor first and then, oh man, die. Those people, get out of here.
You're right about that. Yo, Ike. In terms of in terms of the actual coaching, your actual coaching style, your coaching philosophy, how does that, how do you take that and translate it into the Visionary Brand's approach to talent development, developing these kids? Because you mentioned that was a big thing, man, development that you
Yo,
had mentioned. How do you like transform it from your philosophy on the sideline, and translate that into your Visionary Brand's approach?
nah, that's really what it is, though. I'm happy you asked that question. I took that into my visionary approach because I seen like, all right, if I focus on this much time and we focus on this small group of this and we build this way, our team will get better. Mind you, because AAU, you kind of like in a bubble of your own. You can help people, but you can't help them the way you want to, hands-on, pause, because you have to work with the development of your team. So as you working, when you see over the weeks and over the time in the gym, a certain player who couldn't do this, doing this, or you knew this player was supposed to do this at this point, for your team to move this way at this point. A kid who never played defense is actually your best defender now. You understand what I'm saying? When you already had defenders and athletes, the kid who couldn't shoot the ball, he's starting to do these things. So equate that to dealing with people in their regular lives, bro.
Right.
It's equivalent to having a kid who don't look. A kid don't know how to tie a shoe. You gotta teach him. After a while, you see he tie his own shoe. Us as adult barely tie a shoe. Only when we play ball. You know what I'm saying? So just think about the things that I'm saying. So think about the kid who probably ties a shoe every time. So it's a certain level of discipline. So we established that. I take what every program is stating, what every family and school is stating, because nothing that we're trying to push is to try to change you against whatever you're already committed to. I'm not bigger than your moms, your pops. I'm not bigger than your program. I'm not bigger than your school. I'm working with you and your family. We're working with you and your family to get you where you have to go. Yo, if you go somewhere where we don't rock with, we're going to make sure you get what you said you signed up to get. And our job is to make sure you do what you have to do, because we don't play victim over here. You stand for every action you put yourself into. That's one thing. Once you play victim, we clip you. Die for real. You feel me? We ain't got time for that shit. Once they, oh, nah, because I ain't know. I bet you know you ain't involved with us no more. Dipset. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about the whole notion about, like, you know, especially on the AAU circuits, right? People talking about, yo, you stealing players. I never really understood that. But how do you feel about that whole, you know, thing about stealing players? Does it exist? Is it, you know, I know it's a dirty game, you know, out there, but like, have you run into that? Like, let me know.
Yo, that's what it is, though. That's what the game is, bro. So if you saying, yo, people stealing players, you a bitch, you ain't shit, you ain't thorough for this shit, the kid don't need to be with you. That's how I feel. Like, it's like, yo, Jim Salmon said this shit to me. If y'all don't like this, this is his. Y'all call him a legend. He said this to me. You know, it's like, kids is like chicks. I said, pause. He said, no, I'm not saying they are chicks. But it's like, if your girl like you and you do everything you got to do, then you ain't got to worry about your girl leaving you once you walk away. She gonna be right there, whatever. People gonna talk to her, try to look at her. She fired, right? The kid is fired. He's a good basketball player. He's dope. Everybody want this kid. You ain't got to worry about that. So I'm happy this question, because it intersects with what I'm really upset about. And that's the thing. People think it's their kid because they know him. Oh, because I know such and such and such and such and such. Like, this is my kid. It's my kid. Yo, I don't even call these kids my kids. They call me and say, yo, I'm fucking with you. Yo, bro, what you mean? They parents call me. Yo, he always said. So y'all get upset because I have those relationships, and then they start doing some sneaky shit. So when you talk about stealing kids, absolutely, I can tell you a situation, right? So as a certain kid, I'm at Sports U. I'm not liking what's going on over here. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay home on this trip. Yo, Pop, come to the game. Could you come watch? Because you say you're not gonna go to Cali. Could you come? So I come down to Basketball City. They having a little tournament, Mousy or something. They having a tournament for AAU teams. He's not playing. They're not playing him. So I'm like, yo, fuck you got me coming down here for, and they're not even playing you. But mind you, they follow him everywhere around because they don't want him to talk to me only.
That's crazy.
This is wild, first off. So he pull up to me. What up, Pop? What up, da? We talking. Zeke there, Heck there, Cha-Ching coming to me, everybody telling me, and this is what I found out about New York. So now this is happening. They like, yo, you got the kids, everybody this and that. They're going to rock with you. You're going to this and that. So now this program, somehow, some way, I'm in the program. Like Heck could tell you. I told them, I'm not doing this shit unless Heck the coach. Once we get in, they say everything's fine. A week later, because these people are tight about that kid being with me, and he don't want to rock with them, now they calling saying, yo, I don't know if Ike could be the coach, but matter of fact, what if we could just make Heck the head coach and make Ike the assistant coach, and just Ike just bring the kids and we just still pay him under the bag or whatever, this and that. Then there was a shooting that happened at Dykeman with an announcer getting shot.
Yeah.
My people's almost got shot. Certain things was happening. Certain people in Dykeman was taking sides in that, playing both sides of some street shit and basketball shit, not playing the shit fair. So every time I went home, I had things I had to deal with. You see, that's the thing with people not understanding. Y'all could go out there and put on whatever front stage appearance y'all want, but when y'all go home, y'all probably not nobody even care about. You understand? So when I come home, I'm still dealing with real life. Basketball was just like, let me get away from my problems. It became more problems in basketball than it was in my real life, because this is some shit that we don't deal with this bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to keep cursing and shit, but like that's sucker shit that some of this shit be though. So that's where all the transitions and all the problems started. It was just like everything was juggling pause. And then like I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. what I started to do, I came out, did the New York. I won the first coach of the summer. Wani won MVP coming out of jail. His whole
Yeah,
story.
you did. Yeah, you did. I remember that.
About Wani. Yo, bro, and I don't want to say too much, but I'm going to say it. Niggas was trying to pay all type of people not to play with me, all that. Wani came to me and said, yo, such, trying to pay me. Bro, but you've been real. You've been fucking with me, trying to give me the AU shit, all of that, everything. Nobody even know I had me, Twin, Brian Coleman, all of us, when Wani got out of jail, we made that sports you shit happen because we knew how it could change his life, nigga. Word. I don't want to talk too much on. I'm never gonna get up here and talk about sports you what it was to high end. That's not my place. Only Brian, Reggie, all those guys to talk about. I love those guys. Thankful for everything it was. I'm thankful for every kid that was in there. We always family, but our shit would never be displayed on air, ever. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't even have to fuck with me. Let's talk about that shit off air. I would never, you'll never talk about none of them online. You feel me? But I had to talk about this because it transitioned into Wani whole summer. Look at the summer Wani had. Ty Rucker also won most improved. Nobody knew who Ty Rucker was. He played with Radar at a B division school. I was out there going to games. This is another thing people not understanding. Before Jaden and them was really going to games like that, I'm going to people games. So it wasn't like I was just not showing love, bro. Kyle Allman, all type of people, Justin Wright Form, all these people. I knew everybody, but it wasn't about saying, oh, they my kid. Everybody see me because I'm everywhere, showing love, know the right spot, doing what I got to do when it come to ball. Wasn't nothing negative. I knew the families. I didn't want to be these niggas' friends. What happened was they families only say we rock with Ike. Because that's the families. You know what I'm saying? So
that's more respect. That's more the respect factor, man. You know, like you said, you built your thing based on family. You know what I'm saying? Based on relationship.
Yo, bro, this is the crazy shit. New York, told everybody wear a certain color. I came out wore all white. Everybody wore black in the crowds, everything. They switched the rules. My son Ramey and them started coaching. They got new coaches, new players. They switching the rules. Everything late, certain shit. No excuses. We lost. We lost, right? People on my team got little dilemmas, whatever. People on the sideline, it's just mad shit. You got people at Dykeman saying, why are you even coaching? Now, why I'm even coaching? It's the first loss. Why I'm even coaching? He not even Dykeman. He don't even got a team up here. I'm the only person to be on that coaching staff. They didn't even have a team in the tournament. That's another record broken. You feel what I'm saying? Then I won the first coach of the summer. That's another record broken. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the niggas behind me who won it after and won chips and all of that shit. Like, shout out to them. But I'm just talking about my personal accolade because we talking about Ike Gary right this second. So when I did those things, helped them. Remember the Jelly Day was dope after that. Think about everything that transitioned to how Dykeman was dope when me and Cha-Ching walked. When Cha-Ching said, fuck it, fuck 4/5, we're going to Dykeman. Look at how we changed everything. Then in New York. And then the day of the first year, my aunt just passed away from lupus. That's why I was coming from the hospital after that, straight to the game. The next year, after we beat Rams and them in the gym in AF, not to say Rams like that, because that was a hell for a game. It was Rams was wilding that summer and like he almost took us away. But you know what I'm saying? So that's why I said that. I'm not gonna say like, yeah, nigga, we beat you. Nah, I mean, me and Rams got this. Me, Rams, and Ant Nelson got some shit where it's like, if we on the other side, we'd be like, yeah, I got you today or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we have those conversations because I know them for real. Like it's not even none. So
I gotta say that was an incredible era in New York City basketball, man. That whole era that you was involved with, man. That was crazy. But Ike, how do you
feel? Boncho's era. That's what nobody want to call it. That was like, you know how you go turn on 2K and they got the different eras? It's my era. For real. If you think about it, right? Before 2010 and 11, y'all give it to Fat Joe, Terror Squads, Rise, and all of them. Everything. They didn't do nothing for the kids the way we did. We turned these kids to rock stars. Why you think NIL? Once Book went to jail, NIL was out.
NIL was going crazy.
No. That's what he went to jail for. That's what. You see, this is what I'm trying to tell people. No one's educating themselves on what's going on in the game. That's why they don't know how to maneuver through the game. You understand?
That shit happened right after that. NIL shit happened right after that book shit.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that's what this whole thing is.
Right. Yeah.
No, listen to me. That's what this all is. 4 black coaches went to jail. Make a mockery of them. Cancel them. Let's pay guys now because they had the right idea. We just didn't want them to do it without us being involved. Mark Emmert stepped down after the probe and all that when the NIL came because he didn't agree with it. So he stepped down. Nobody's paying attention to this. So I'm a person who's paying attention to this. So when I'm speaking about things like this, it's going past people's heads, but I'm bugging. No, you're dumb. You're illiterate. People don't have a problem with white or black people. They have a problem with illiterate people. And that's what it is. I scooped myself down to dumbness for too long. I can't do that. My little brother graduated from Stanford in 3 years. Come on, bro. My sister she graduated from UCLA, now USC. You on some out time, but she getting them degrees. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why we
Shout
don't,
out to
I'm a bad influence and a bad role model.
Yo, Ike, so how do you like New York City basketball, right? Because at the end of the day, it's about New York City basketball. So
Always.
how do you see the future of New York City basketball, like high school basketball evolving, and what role do you envision Vsonary playing in that evolution?
That's tough. Because I'm not there hands-on, right? Like walking around every day. Because
so
I'm not
for the people can understand, you currently took made a move to California, where you're doing your thing out there, but in the same breath, you still eat, breathe, talk New York City basketball.
Always, they don't even understand how much involved I am. You understand? I'm more involved than y'all think I'm involved. That's the only reason why I'm talking, because I know the problems. Because the problems that's not being fixed is the problems that was there when I was there, what made me leave. You understand? But now it's starting to get exposed. You understand? So now when all the problems are starting to get exposed, it's cool. It's not to expose or destroy. It's just exposed to fix. It's like if we play basketball, I bet we're gonna run this press, we're gonna run this set, jump press, we're gonna play free safety, get there. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to expose your deficiencies. Your coaching, your people is for them to protect your deficiencies. I'm trying to expose your deficiencies. So the solution is for my team to win the game, right? So now when I listen to people say New York City is dead, is whack. Why is always whack when our guys is on TV? Why is always trash when our players is winning? How is it dead? It's dead because y'all whack. Y'all dead. You know what I'm saying? So because it's like, if you say, right, we had a list of people that was, when Ike was in the city, he wanted the top fives, the top, So I left. So somebody moved up. Swizzy bounced. So somebody moved up, somebody doing something, right? I watched the progression of Rod Slom, right? Look at Zone 6 now.
One of the best in the city right now. Shout out to Zone 6.
I'm not saying any opinions, right? But now that's something you can say, right? Because I don't want to say any opinions. I'm coming off bias. I'm just doing case studies talk. Now you say Rod Slom, he's a dean. He's not only an entertainer announcer. Not only that, he's in the gym working with these kids. Not only that, he's recruiting, he's building. Look at the work being put in.
Yeah, you gotta
he's not doing it for the camp. Come on, bro. So it's like, look at Cha-Ching. You see a different direction in him. Building his son. Rest in peace, my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like things that we go through, we really involved. Like that's what the culture was built. When me and Cha-Ching built this culture. I'm not gonna say this is Boncho ever. Me and him built the culture because the mindset was F unlimited and let's build the young. Every director can tell you that. You didn't notice for years, it was like 5 years straight. You don't hear Cha-Ching doing the limited games unless it was his friends or you had to pay him extra because our whole blueprint was the youth, bro. Look how many young coaches we got in the game now.
That's a fact. There's a lot.
Like this is a crazy thing. This is what upset me. They told me don't say their name, and I'm telling you once. Listen, we started out, it was me, Kenneth, Gooch Robinson, and Donovan. Now look, they all on the same team. If this was basketball and we all stars at late in your career when y'all all on the same team like that, y'all some role-playing ass niggas trying to get y'all ring. Been winning. You feel what I'm saying? Like you was a referee, you was a trainer in the gym. We had a Gaucho's workout. It was a workout I used to get the gym. So Donovan used to be upset. Cash told me, yo, I could say it. Yo, me and Donovan was both supposed to coach 16U. They made 2 different teams because this nigga didn't want to work with me. Hating shit. He was telling kids not to rock with me. So I said, I bet I ain't gonna trip. So I took Alonzo Christian. I took all Elvin Rodriguez, Malik Movin. You know what I'm saying? I took the coolest And then don't tell him. Then that's when everybody wanted to come fuck with Ike. Yeah, he don't dress like me. He don't talk to the bitches I talk to. He don't got the money. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to move like that. But like, bro, you making it that, and I didn't even know it was that. You know what I'm saying? Then you end up being a referee, now vegan. Now you over there with PSA Cardinals. But I remember we was in the gym and Gooch and Joe Brown didn't like Donovan. Now everybody's all friends, calling each other lifers, but everybody don't like Ike. How? Like for what?
Shout out to all of those. Shout out to all of them gentlemen.
Shout out to all them fifth place people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then it's like the biggest thing that's upset me.
My fault for cutting you off, bro.
Now, I'm not trying to throw punches and see like it's your fault. They know
I'm just trying to get in the. We just hit the hour mark, so I just want to make sure that there's some pertinent questions that I needed to ask you that I wanted you to elaborate on. So I didn't want to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted you to talk about a relationship that you had with the late Terrence Clark, man. Terrence was one, he was a baller, man, from Boston. Very elite, you know what I'm saying? Very elite baller. Passed away. Unfortunately, he was on his way to the league. He went to Kentucky, you know what I'm saying, was doing his thing and lost his life, man, in a car accident out there, man. But you had a very close relationship with him at one point. Can you tell me some, give me some memories about Terrence and what kind of guy he was, what kind of player?
Pure soul. He wanted the greatest I was ever around. His personality. Like when we talk T. Clark, it's hard for me to talk basketball because it's like basketball is basketball. We know he could play. But when you watch him play ball, you just going to judge him playing ball. Have you been around that kid? Talk to that kid. See where his mind was at. I don't want to say too much on that T. Clark situation because it's real emotional. And a lot of people understand where I was. Other people talk heavier on the T. But like athlete, man. Man, I don't know. I don't want to say what he could have been, but he did have like mentality. Kobe Bryant mentality. I won't say that about too many people. Everybody know you roll that one up. It's like how it's how people talked about Karen. He's scoring might not winning a lot of games. You understand what I'm saying? But him as a person, being one of the best players in the country, he coming to our events just chilling, watching the young kids hoop. Showing love, like that's just the person he is. He was just a beautiful person, bro. He had a lot of demons he was dealing with, and he was built for any big moment. You know what I'm saying? Any big moment you would have gave him, he was really built for that. And I think that's the shortest way I could say anything about T. Clark. T. Clark is somebody like he's an apostle. You feel what I'm saying? Like he's one of those. He's something biblical, bro. Like that's why that 5 is important. With Antoine, T. Clark, and Diddy, like. That's why when people disrespect this, like I can't do for them the way I would want to do. So we're gonna carry this red 5 legacy. We're gonna go hard for y'all forever. However we could do this shit. So, T. Clark, that's my guy. That was actually I retired in 2018. Bryce called me one time and was like, "Yo, I know you want to quit. But there's just one kid. He really needs your help. Please, please, please." He kept calling me because him and T. Clark was real close. Him, Jalen LeCue, all of them, they're all cool. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. But me and T was always cool when we go on the road and shit. Like when we on the road, we run into each other and shit like that. If he in New York, he hit me up, "Yo, bro, I need some girls out and shit." Nigga, shut the fuck up. What are you doing out here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But I don't like to put this out there, but like the day he actually died, he actually was coming to see us that day, coming out here. I was actually heading back to New York that same day. So like that's why it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of mixed emotions about that. And that's an off-air conversation, you know what I mean? But like
I could dig it. No, I knew that he was around you at one point and he had a heart of gold, you know what I'm saying? And he always was smiling, always looked happy. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate what happened, but God bless his soul, man. But I just, we hit that hour mark, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to
no, we do.
But I did want to ask you in terms of you staying connected to the game out here in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Are you, California right now is your home? Is that something that's permanent? Or you know what I'm saying, exploring the ideas of maybe making a return to the city? But or what are your plans for the upcoming future in terms of staying connected to the game over here in New York?
Yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you something about this thing called life, right? You got a family, right? And the goal is to invest into your family so they could keep getting better for themselves. Like I invested into my family and they keep growing. But the thing is, they love me, and it's just bigger than New York City. You know,
Right.
I'm Morris Avenue. I'm New York. Like you can't tell me not, like but whatever I've done in New York, they call me now. Yo, that shit that did out there. Let's do that shit out in Cali. People know who I am, but I don't even move around on no shit like that. I'm still connecting to New York every day. You know, because it's not about me. See, this is where we all get fucked up because it's like, all right. So why we jack Jay-Z, P. Diddy's, and all of them? When the last time they been New York? They ain't did none of the shit we've been doing. No disrespect. They not doing what we doing. They living their lives. So that's what I'm trying to say. We change the trajectory of if someone having a successful plate for themselves, we think that they forgot about us. No, how can I even get you over here if I didn't get there? And it's not like I'm shitting on anybody. Everyone involved with me, I swear, I shouldn't even be doing this shit I be doing. I know everybody's birthday. I know everybody's mother's problems. I know everybody's girlfriend issues. I know everybody, everything in Visionary. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, I'm so connected into like building my people that they are in New York. G Irv out there coaching, Slime coaching, Cha-Ching doing things, Jaden doing some shit. My man Lawrence is coaching now. I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? Ja trying to figure things out. You got Sean Commodore doing shit, BG kicking ass, like Mac, my son Mac transitioning himself. Yo, I'm proud of him. He making the degrees work. Jay Will transition into different stuff. Swizzy out in Atlanta. Like it's a lot of us. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not like I left New York. We just showing the younger guys that yo, you should take that school or you should take this and go overseas. We showing them that it's okay to think New York is bigger. That when you come back to New York, you don't come back as if you're bigger than it. You give back to New York to make it bigger. Pause. That was mad pause right there. But I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm trying to insinuate. I'm trying to, they said, quote unquote, black people are taught to when they get to give back. Fuck it. That's me. So I'm trying to get everything that I got to give back. So if there's only knowledge to give y'all, it's for y'all to be better. Like it's not anybody in New York, whether I like you at the time being or not, because it's not that serious, bro. You know what I'm saying? I still give you information if you don't like me because you're dealing with kids. It's not even about how. Now we talking about, yo, Ike, help me get some money outside the ball. You don't like me? Fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when we talking about some basketball, is it really that deep where I won't tell you what it is? Like, Cha-Ching would be like, yo, stop giving out the blueprint. Nigga, this is a blueprint to help grassroots. Nigga. This ain't the blueprint on how we gonna live our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got Chop graduating this year. My little sister graduate again this year. I hope she don't go back to school. My son graduate this year. We got JC graduate this year early. A lot of people don't know. Trey Pat graduate again this year. Just a lot of 3-year graduations. You feel what I'm saying? Degrees in 3 years. So, and Visionary First Banquet is this August. So I'm always in that's what I do. I'm trying to figure out, like, how can y'all not have to deal with Ike too much because y'all just mad at what I'm doing? I'm trying to do shit that we get on TV and we appraise everyone who has a check. You understand? So if I come out, y'all don't know what I'm connected to. So if I come out and show y'all what y'all glamorize about, then now y'all love me. I don't want that, bro. I want
that love. Yeah, you don't want that love right there.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's
really what it is.
That's good love, and there's good love, and there's that good love that's disguised. You know what I'm saying? It looked like good love, but it really ain't.
That shit ain't about nothing, man.
But Ike, man, somewhere in the world, somewhere in New York City, somewhere in the Bronx, even there's another kid, man, out there that's just like you, that grew up. You know what I'm saying? Some of the hardships that you even had. But what advice could you give to that young aspiring coach, man? That's that maybe he didn't want to play ball, he wanted to coach, or he's an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying, who aimed to make a similar impact in the basketball community that like you did. Like, what advice can you give that young man or that young woman that's coming up in the ranks trying to figure it out?
I'm definitely free to communicate with anybody from the city that, you might not know me or anything like that. If you could get in contact with me, you want advice, that's the first thing I'll say. I'm always open to give people information to help them excel in this, because this is a dangerous game, bro. And the best thing I'll say, educate yourself in life, educate yourself, understand how to control your maintenance and your passion. That's things that I didn't understand coming in. It's okay to be competitive. It's okay to go at the Giants. Pause. It's okay to come at people. It's the way you go about certain things. We living in a world where the messenger, they don't care about the message of the messenger unless it's said to them a certain way. So they skip the message because of the delivery. You understand? Which I understand, because you can go to a restaurant, you can order things, and if I just present it to you anyway, you might not want the shit no more. So that's understandable in that analogy case. But educate yourself. Don't leave education behind. It's not cliche to want to be positive. It's not cliche to want to dress up. I coach street ball in a suit. I'm the worst image in the world, right? Bad guy. I coach in a suit. So I try to bring level of professionalism to it, where they understand, like, keep giving more of us a chance. If they want Ike to grow, Ike grew. So now let the next person grow. If I'm willing to go corporate, everybody else could go corporate, because the more you learn in this shit, bro, the more you learn this shit, you got to look at it as like basketball is a small duration of life, but how you want life to go. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so everything that you do now, the little things that you learn now is going to help you later on in life, because this is all about situations and perspectives, bro. Everything I could be saying could be like, fuck what he's saying. You could say it's real. I don't know what it is. I'm just speaking to whoever it might relate to. You understand? And whoever don't understand, I'm accessible to have conversations and things like that. But I am a man though, bro. I came in the game at 18. I'm 32. I saved a lot of families' lives. Nobody give my mother money and nothing. I take care of her. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not sitting here doing that. I'm taking care of family lives, everything. It's parents who be shitting on me, and I took care of their child. Like people call me dad, pop, shit like that. That's what you think that adjustment is. It's tough to deal with things like that when somebody call you big bro, and then like they think you their father when you didn't even have one growing up.
Right. You don't even know how to be
You don't
one.
know who I'm being.
Right.
So
now, my fault. Like looking ahead, man. Looking ahead in the next few years, in the next few months, what are your aspirations for the continued growth and impact for Visionary, and what legacy do you think you hope to leave in the basketball world, specifically in New York City?
I'll be honest. I left a Boncho legacy in New York City. I'm not going to ever add on top of that as far as basketball is concerned. Like I said, we got DOE vendor school vendor license. If we're trying to get into more schools and push narratives and things like that. We have doctors, lawyers, teachers. And the reason why I set this up, because we get a lot of kids that get stuck. It's not about ball. So what we always can say, oh, you can do other things, but what other avenues y'all got for them to do? So that's what we do. So now we have other avenues for kids to get stuck. I don't want kids selling drugs. I don't want kids scamming. You understand what I'm saying? People gonna hustle and do what they do. I'm not telling on anybody. That's not no real money. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you get it for whatever you do. But I want people to understand professionalism. Some of these kids are great people. They just don't know how to speak to people. They probably have certain backgrounds and guidelines and family, speech in parliaments, things like that. So when you coming back around, you might see another kid love you the way you say you rocked with me. And then I could change your whole trajectory, because that's really what happened to me, Kyle. When I started working in the school systems, I seen people, I don't want to say names, but I seen certain kids, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, yo, bro, if you pull up a whole week straight, I'll take you on the road to sports you, and I give you free da. Are you lying? You just talking? And I really did it. But what it was this kid didn't go to school for 12 days straight. He didn't give a fuck. He went to school every day for me. So that's the little things that I'm trying to say, bro. Like, I don't want to be world-class, powerful, nobody. I'm going to be who I'm going to be regardless. I hang out with my peer people. I be with my family, my group of people. I'm always do that. But it's about when I come outside, stop judging me based off of someone else telling you about me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really making the game whack, because that's corny, bro. Like, it's corny because whoever I don't like them. There's only one person in the game I just don't like for personal reasons and certain stuff, and I just seen people being around it. So don't take that as, oh, that's just who I am. But if I tell y'all what happened, y'all gonna be like, oh, but this is the people that y'all like. So it's like, That's the risk that y'all got to take. We say real stand up. If I tell you something that really happened to me, where it affected me with the business, with these people, and y'all see it that way, how y'all agree with everything going on in Cat Williams and them? That's all I was trying to say. My son was blackballed by a certain program because they couldn't have the power and control over him. So they exposed any negative on him. And my son was living in a shelter at the time. You understand what I'm saying? His mom's was almost pregnant with my kid at the time. So it was real shit that was going on. And his father wasn't in his life. And then a certain coach at Monroe, the guy go get cool with the person's father and just to try to get him to play on his street ball team. Now we proud of everything he's done. And it's the same guy that has been a friend of mine who I've always gave advice to, who I've always been there for. You know, we got the same guy, Diddy. And, you know, and I put all that aside for him. You know, this is the same guy who used to call me to help him help his players and give him advice and to get into things. But like, that's what I'm saying. You went overly competitive and reached out to a guy that's not ever in this kid's life just because you want him to play for you. So you telling me you respect deadbeats. So, and then now I'll be watching the whole thing and it's like mafia, like we visionary. Now all of a sudden people now mafias and stuff like this, like that like when we started this crew ball shit, you already have a name of a program. I'm not sponsored by no program. I'm not a program. So we needed a name, Visionary LLC, Visionary World. It's two different things. You understand? Visionary LLC, nonprofit, all for New York City. That's based out of New York. That's based out of New York. I never left New York, bro. And I'm going to tell y'all this. Bryce Wills, Cheyenne Dixon, the majority owners. I'm the minority owner of Visionary LLC. Right? Visionary World, I'm the majority owner stake. They're the minorities, and it's open for whoever else in Visionary that say that I want to buy in so they could run this shit with me. This is our world, but nobody had the mentality to say, let's do this. So I did. So now that I did, it's not for me to be greedy. It's for me to say, I bet you want. They do it in the NBA. They do it in the NFL. They do it in all businesses. So why would I have people running around pushing our legacy, not my legacy, our legacy, and I'm the only person who capitalize off of it? There's no odds in this shit. You feel me?
I feel
Come
you.
on, bro. I stand on everything I say. This shit ain't no act, bro. That's why they love me.
You never been someone to kind of, you know, hide what you really trying to say. You a straight shooter, and I've always respected you for that, man. You know, this platform is designed to give guys like you, yourself, man, the guys that really was on the pavement, you know, I'm putting in that blood, sweat, and tears into this game, give you your flowers, man, and you know what I'm saying, and show you that respect that you do, man. You put in a lot of work, man, a lot of you know what I'm saying, hours doing what you do, man, trying to help these kids. And even right now, man, you got guys like RJ Davis, you know what I'm saying, on the big screen right now. So definitely proud of you for that. You know what I'm saying? Develop guys like Bryce Wills. You know, he's you know, he's graduated in 3 years, Stanford, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people from the hood, from the city. So again, Ike, man, I you know, we totally respect you over here, all things hoops, man. You know what I'm saying, and want to give you your flowers for everything that you brought to the game, bro.
No, I definitely appreciate you, and I appreciate you for always standing by. You was there when we did the Visionary Day, and the time I retired, you like, why? But Kyle, this is what I was telling you about. I said, yo, and how many years ago was that? I said, Kyle, I gotta leave. I said, for real, because it's too much going on, and I can't tell my story. You know what I'm saying? Like I lost Diddy off this shit. Like nobody understand. Like before I leave, like when Neve died in my face, he died in my face playing basketball. Everybody know how. Like my friend died the same way the city felt when Diddy was gone. That's how I felt at 16 years old when I lost my brother and I was lost. And then everybody we thought was friends was telling all types of shit. I had nowhere to go, no direction. So when I came to basketball, it was an escape. And then I seen I lost my nephew again in this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And he knew this was coming towards his way. And that's what nobody understands. So it's like this shit, I didn't want it to be where I had to be passionate about that part because I didn't expect nobody to die when I started this blueprint. You understand what I'm saying? I thought I was going to be the one to die, to be honest with you. So how do I even live my life and really push this shit and because I'm not happy that he not here, bro. Like Diddy's used to sit in the crib with us, building his blueprint with us. Bryce and Diddy was the first people I turned visionary.
R.I.P. Diddy.
So one of them is gone. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like whatever y'all tell us about the shit is like it's never been the same. Diddy is the reason why I even put younger people in visionary. Because I used to tell him, like, yo, bro, you go get the young ones, you feel me? And whatever, because he used to be with me, Eddie, Johnny from Hoop Showdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, he used to be with them trading kicks and stuff like that. Diddy was, if it wasn't for Diddy, Visionary wouldn't be lit. Because when we started Visionary, I was running around telling everybody we Visionary, but nobody, I'm still Ike Gary. So people were like, something like Visionary. You know, Diddy was jacking that shit. Like, he was the, what? Diddy, it was Diddy. Like, and that's what I'm saying when people run around and say shit like, this is not even for me. This is for my nephew, for real. Like I told his moms, I owe y'all. Like, this is, whatever I'm doing, everybody gonna say five ever. I don't know what y'all doing for him. And I'm not gonna say I'm doing more or less anything because it's not everyday for him. But Visionary, everything we built, this shit is for him, bro. Like, this is his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he built this shit with us. We got a junior board, the 5-chamber, all this stuff. Everything we do is built off of Diddy. I'm not blood. I'm ripping mad fives. I'm around mad Crips and shit. Like, yo, what's all this five shit? Yo, be a little blue or something. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, what I lie and said, like, nigga, like what Diddy died and then COVID came. Nobody even asked me how I felt. They just running around. They got their own five ever shit. And everybody knows where me and Diddy stand. Diddy was like a son of me. That was my nephew, though. And we both come from two different areas that doesn't even see eye to eye. And we didn't give a fuck about that shit.
It's bigger than rap.
It was me and him. We didn't care about none of that. You my nephew, I'm Unc, and that's how you run. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like
how it should be, bro.
That's why I don't want to dwell too much on the city. What made me have to fall back is because there was a lot of answers that I needed about that. There was a lot of lies and a lot of homework I did on that. And I didn't want to bring that to basketball because that's very unfair. You understand what I'm saying? But it was a lot of events happening to a lot of young kids. And we started seeing a lot of our guys not even playing ball. Not saying they died or whatever. Like, why the kids, all the kids that people was hyping up to be the best, they just don't play ball no more. So what does that say about you guys? But that's the conversation nobody wants to have, bro. You understand? Like, we look at street ball, right? Remember, Rye used to be, the fridge started pulling up. You got gas walls, you see, but it's still a conversation. Every year we just look at, now they doing right. They not. Or these people doing right. They're not. Because it shouldn't be no reason why when I was in the city, we had 240 Division I athletes in college basketball. Now we are at 111.
Hey, I know. I seen that on your page. I don't know if you was on live, but you had the rule book. You had the NBA rule book, man. That's crazy because a lot of people don't be doing they homework like that, man. Looking in, you know what I'm saying, in terms of the real.
They just be arguing. You know what I'm saying? That shit right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to read, I research. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got to, man. But yo, Ike, man, we approaching the hour and a half mark, man. You know, anybody, like he said, man, you can how can the people reach you? How can the people, you know, stay in tune with what you got going on? Like
hit me on the gram. You already know. You hit me on the Visionary World on the IG's league.
And if you tapped in, man, he's appearing on a lot of the
Cowboy shit like this. They think I'll be playing like come on, bro, man, block calls and shit. It threats. When my client do that, but man, listen.
It is what it is. Ike, man, yo, keep on doing what you do, man. They can't, you know what I'm saying? They can't hold a goddamn pause forever, man. And every dog has his day. So, you know what I'm saying? If it's raining today, man, that sunshine gonna come out tomorrow, bro. Not to sound cliche, but that's how it is, bro. So, but yo, man, I appreciate you for tapping in with me. Legends Talk. You're a young veteran out here, aka legend, and we need you to keep doing what you're doing, man. Educating the youth, and keep bridging the gap, man, and building that family atmosphere, because I truly believe that's what's missing. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying, let's do a part 2, part 3, whatever we need to do, man, to get this message across. But
Nah, definitely. Like I said, like I'm down. It don't matter where I'm at. I'm New York, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And everywhere I go, that's what they treat me like. So it's not like I'm against people. Even if we don't see eye to eye today, let's see eye to eye to get the job done, because we in the same business. So it's like, if we're gonna beef, just tell me that's what it is, so I know, so everybody know that's what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? But if we're not gonna do that, let's stop the
yeah, we
shit,
ain't doing
because
that. We ain't doing that.
that's what I'm trying to insinuate. So there's no need to be upset because someone says something you didn't like. Same way a kid might turn the ball over and you yell at him. You don't have to yell at him. Why are you yelling at him? I'm yelling at you. You won't yell at me. So it's like the conversation, we got to just have a balance, understanding, and everybody just respecting each other's roles. I'll leave y'all with that. Hit me up on the gram. I'm not hard to get in contact with. Or y'all might see me in the lunchroom Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays with Kev Bell and
Shout out to the lunchroom, Kev Bell and them.
Shout out to all my man all Wyatt Flea doing his things, talking to people about sports all the time, and shout out to mad people. I want to give shout outs to every organization, PSA, New Heights, Lightning, the Wrens, the Jayhawks, Shooting Stars, Rising Stars, Riverside, Gauchos. I hope I'm not missing nobody.
You know you're gonna miss the people. You know you're gonna miss the people.
No, I said PSA. I said them, so I know I didn't miss them. New Heights, Riverside, Gauchos, Riverside. I said Riverside. LPAC. Shout out to LPAC. Shout out to the Nation streetball team. Rose the Riches. So y'all don't think I'm doing that. Bronx River Gym, where Hoops Showdown goes down. Hoops in the Sun. Lincoln Park. Zeke tournament. Coney Island. Whitehead tournament. Zone 6. Pro City. Tri-State. Rucker. Dykeman. Who else? Anybody I'm missing? Ajax, more than the game. My man, they out there doing their thing. They're gonna kick my ass. ISA. This is the only thing that I'll say before I leave, for real. I just think that there should be more events going on in the city, since we all involved, without Nike, Slam, or May Hoops having to be involved. We could, it shouldn't have only been the events when we was doing them. I think it should be more events for middle school, grammar school, not too much of the older guys, but middle school and grammar school. Because in literally about 2 to 3 months, every live is going to talk about the oldest age group. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. You already know, big visionary.
My God, good looking, man. I appreciate you, champ. That was Ike Gary, man. Ike Boncho Gary. A lot of people label him a young veteran in this game. Came in the game at 19 years old, coaching AAU kids, elite AAU kids at that, and built his visionary family. Man, and gotta respect it. Very, very vocal individual, very opinionated at times, but got a heart of gold. And if you know him, it's to love him, man. So shout out to Ike, man. I appreciate you for tapping in, and we out of here, y'all. Tap in next week for another edition of the Legends Talk. We out.